What's going on, guys? Sit here. I got some stuff to show you today. We got library book sale, fill a bag for $2 here. One piece of mail that came in today, and what's that? Dollar General pickups. Today is October 21st. Hope everybody's doing well. And we're going to go ahead and get started. We'll do the library book sale stuff first. As I said, let's fill a bag. Anything you could fit in here for $2. The book sales have gotten kind of progressively worse as time has gone on. As you can see, I haven't even filled this bag. But I still go because you just never know. You know, all I need to do is get one cool item, and that makes the whole trip worthwhile. So, and I got some neat stuff, so I'm glad I went. So we'll get started. First up, we have the Sons of Anarchy Bratva, an original novel based on the FX series created by Kurt Sutter. Picked this up because, Sons of Anarchy is so very popular. It's not on TV anymore, but it's still pretty popular. Eventually, I'm going to get the whole series and watch it. Or maybe I'll just go on Hulu or something, or Netflix and watch it. But I picked that up. We got the hardcover edition of Johnny Cash, The Man in Black. I've got a couple of different paperback editions. I figure I'd grab the hardcover. It's always nicer to have the hardcover. So, huge Johnny Cash fan. I sure wish this was signed, but it's definitely not signed. But super cool to pick that up. Alright, then I picked this up, and I didn't have my phone on me because it was charging in the car. I had to charge it while I was in the library, so I wasn't able to look this up, but I found this. This is Dick Morris and Eileen McGann, 2010, Take Back America, A Battle Plan. Because when I looked inside, I saw the book plate here, and it didn't really look good to me. It looked printed, but I said, well, I can't really check it out, and it's fill a bag for $2, so I'll just toss it in the bag. So when I did get back home and research it, this is a printed book plate. It's not an authentic signature. All the signatures on here are the same. And it's really sad that they put pre-printed book plates in here. It's one thing to have the signature printed on the page, but to actually stick a book plate on here, that's fake. I don't understand it. So that's a fail there. That'll probably go in file 13. Now I got some neat magazines here. This is a tribute to Space Heroes, a collector's edition, 1986, I do believe. It's in memoriam of the Challenger disaster. A really nice magazine here, talking about all the astronauts that lost their lives. Krista McCullough et al. Beautiful magazine. There's the explosion there. I remember being outside at school, and we were watching it go up, and we saw that happen, and it was just awful. But very nice magazine there. Then we got the Jamestown Festival official program. This is pretty neat. It's from the 1950s. Some really great photographs and art reproductions in here. Like I said, you just never know what you find at these things. Here's the center page there. It's unfortunately separated from the rest of the magazine. But that's definitely pretty cool. 1957. according to the copyright date there, if my camera will focus. There you go. That's pretty neat. Then we have Time Magazine, November 7th, 1960, with candidate Kennedy on the cover. Pretty cool. Nice vintage magazine. This was interesting. This is a mobile gas calendar from 1963. And it's in basically mint condition. I normally don't grab stuff like this, but it is vintage and it's in such great condition. I said, well, it's got to be worth something. It's got to be more than what I pay, which is about 10 cents on each on the stuff that I got when you break it down. So we got that, the mobile calendar from 1963. Then we got a beat up copy of The Death of Superman trade paperback. Not sure if I have this or not already, but as I said, fill a bag for $2, just toss it in there, and if I have it, no big loss at all. But I think I have it. I know I did have it fairly recently. So, as I said, extremely beat up copy, but still cool. This was neat. This was a really neat find. This is I Was a Teenage Professional Wrestler by Ted Lewin, who's a very famous children's book writer and illustrator who happened to be also a professional wrestler for about 15 years, from the 1950s through the 1960s. And it's a really cool book, lots of photographs in here of him and other wrestlers such as Haystacks Calhoun, Bozo Brown, Killer Kowalski, Danny McShane, Dr. Jerry Graham, Lord Littlebrook is in here. But as I said, he's a famous illustrator, and here are some of his paintings here in color. I just thought it was a neat book because you guys know I've been getting into wrestling pretty heavy here recently, but I'm also an artist, so I appreciate good art. There's Danny McShane. So it was just a really cool book. And once I leafed through it a little bit, I saw, I said to myself, well, I definitely want this. I'm throwing it in the bag. This is very cool. So, and I didn't check to see if it might possibly be signed, mainly because it is an ex-library book, and not too often do you find library books that you can actually check out that are signed. But it has happened to me quite a few times at this particular library book sale. This library, they always have books on sale all year long, but then a few times a year they hold their special sales where they also get donations from people. But anyway, I didn't check for an autograph, but wouldn't you know it, it is signed by Ted Lewin. How cool is that? So as an added extra bonus, it ended up being signed. Super cool. Oh, what else we got? We got this, The Vampire Step Up Classic Chillers. It's a young adult book here. I always pick these up whenever I see them. Very cool. There's also an item up here that I forgot to grab. So I was listening to it earlier, but we got this tape, this cassette tape. This is the Best of Kansas. So I got that at the sale. We got a bunch of videotapes. We got UFO sightings, hosted by paranormal investigator Robert Burton. And then we got, in a clamshell case, It's Your Birthday Party with Rainbow Bright and Friends. So that's pretty cool. We have a cut box of Jaws, The Revenge. Contains new footage not seen in theaters. Ooh. I did see that in the theaters. And we have 21 Grams, starring Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro, and Naomi Watts. The main reason why I got this, other than the fact I did want to see it, I never have, but I wanted to own a copy of this, is because I have a piece of screen-worn shirt of Sean Penn that came in a pack of Donruss Americana. So, silly probably, I know, but that's the reason why I want to definitely have this in the collection and watch it. Continuing on with the books, we have Fantastic Voyage by Isaac Asimov. This is a book club edition, but still cool to me anyway. It's from 1966. Hardcover. The film was based off this book. And speaking of movies and books, we have The Last Starfighter movie tie-in paperback by Alan Dean Foster. Awesome film. And last but not least, we have this magazine from Reader's Digest. This is Point 31 magazine. It was a magazine made specifically for schools. And it's really cool. A lot of different, well, basically it's reprinting stuff from the Reader's Digest magazine. But it's got some really cool stuff. This is the first issue. Hard to find, actually. But there's a story in here by Rod Serling. That's it right there, The Rim of Time. It's got cartoons in here as well, comic strips. This is by Roy Doty. Frank flips out. But just a neat magazine. There's a comic strip by Bill Williams. And there's an article there on Flip Wilson. But never heard of this magazine before. It wasn't out when I was in school. Or my school just didn't get it. But really neat. So that's it for the library book sale. Dollar General was good to me the other day. Stopped in there for some laundry soap and I ended up coming out with these two things. Excuse you, Chloe. Good Lord. You have to excuse my dog there. She just got a huge drink and she always does that. But this is Dead Rising and she won't shut up. Chloe! Hush! Picked this up for $4. This is brand new, still sealed DVD. Zombie movie I have not seen yet, which is really cool. And it's a zombie comedy from the looks of it because it's got Rob Diggle in there. Virginia Madsen's also in here. Or is it Rob Riggle? Riggle or Diggle? I don't know. It says here Rob Riggle. Anyway, so it's got him in it, Virginia Madsen, Jesse Metcalf, and Dennis Haysbert. You're in good hands with Allstate guy. Dead Rising video game is pretty cool, so I'm assuming this will be awesome. So that for $4, heck yeah. And then I've been wanting this forever, just haven't been able to find it at a good price. Didn't want to pay the brand new price because I'm cheap. Never was able to find it at a good price at Hastings when they were open. So finally I was able to pick it up at Dollar General yesterday, previously viewed for $10. Awesome price. Can't wait. Avengers Age of Ultron. Alright, now, mail day. This is going to be cool. This is from my good buddy, Chris LeMay, on YouTube here as Horror Graphs. Chris recently went to a horror convention, Rock and Shock. Had a good time. I don't care what he tries to tell me. But picked up some autographs from a bunch of different people. And one of the people that he met that day was horror actress Danielle Harris. She, in my opinion, is the Scream Queen. With much respect to Jamie Lee Curtis and a few others, but in my opinion, she is the Scream Queen. Beautiful, gorgeous woman, amazing actress. I've always wanted to meet her, but it's just never been possible. But he got to meet her the other day, and he said he would pick me up something if he was able to. And as I'm rattling on about Danielle Harris, thinking I'm going to get Danielle Harris, this is not a Danielle Harris poster. That's funny. All right. So, at the convention, he also met up with two of the stars of the TV show Ash vs. Evil Dead. Now, I don't know their names off the top of my head. I think he's Ray Santiago, but I'm not sure about her. You know what? I'm going to do this right. Give me a second. And I'm going to go on my iPad here. Okay, so the story is that these guys, him and her, they were there promoting Ash vs. Evil Dead and signing these posters for free for people, but they were only there, I believe, for an hour, is what Chris said. So he was lucky enough to find out about it and get in line, and he was able to score a poster. I saw the one for himself, but it looks like he also picked one up for me. Okay, yeah, Ray Santiago and Dana DeLorenzo as Kelly Maxwell. And they signed it to me. That's awesome. It says, Sydney, I salute you. Dana DeLorenzo, Kelly, Sydney, you are El Efe. Ray Santiago. Awesome. I just watched this, finished up watching it a few weeks ago, because my wife picked me up the season 1 DVD, and it was an amazing show. Loved it. It was so awesome. So this is amazing. I can't wait to get season 2. I'm just going to go ahead and buy it when it comes out, or my wife will buy it for me, and we'll just keep doing it that way. I've had the pleasure of meeting Bruce Campbell before. I don't know if I've talked about it on camera before. I'm sure I have. But many years ago, he was doing a book signing, Make Love the Bruce Campbell Way. And he was at Coliseum of Comics in Orlando, Florida. And I waited in line for hours and hours to have him sign it, sign the book. But all you had to do was buy the book and you got his autograph. So, and that was awesome. He was a really cool guy. So this is amazing. Thank you very much, Chris. I really appreciate it. Thought I was getting a Danielle Harris autograph, but you might have still got me one. I don't know. Maybe you're holding on to it for me for Christmas or something, but that'll be a to be continued type thing, I guess. But thank you very much, man. This is awesome. I got to immediately get this in a frame and get it up on the wall. So thank you, Chris. I'm going to try to remember to leave his link down below. Horrorgraphs, an amazing guy. Get to know him. So that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed the video, everybody. And I'm going to talk to y'all later. See you.